Are we getting smarter or dumber? Decide for yourself. Why humans are getting smarter. Today we're in an era where access to information is at our fingertips. From a mere 2.6 million users in 1990, the internet now connects over 4 billion people worldwide. This is a massive leap from the days when we relied solely on TV, radio, and for those who could afford them, books. We're also seeing a remarkable rise in education levels. More children than ever before are attending and completing their education, from primary school right through to university. Back in 1820, only 12% of the world's population could read and write. Fast forward to 2010, and that number has soared to an impressive 85%. Despite the wealth of information at our disposal, there's simply too much. Daniel Levitin, a renowned American-Canadian psychologist, sheds some light on this predicament when he talks about cognitive overload.
Last year, we took in 5 times as much information every day as we did in 1986. Equivalent of reading 175 newspapers from cover to cover.
This barrage doesn't lead to a well-rounded understanding. Instead, we're left with shallow learning, skimming over the surface without actually understanding anything deeply. It's well established that a healthy diet contributes to improved brain function. Our world data shows a decline in global malnourishment since the year 2000, apart from a slight uptick due to the COVID pandemic. This is a stark contrast to past centuries, which were marked by widespread malnutrition. Thanks to advances in nutritional science, we're better equipped than ever to nourish our brains, enabling more of us to reach our cognitive potential. This nourishment translates into improved memory, increased energy, and sharper focus. We're seeing a rise in overnutrition, specifically obesity. As of 2016, 13.2% of the global population was obese, a figure that's increasing. Obesity too has been linked to a decrease in cognitive function. Education today isn't just more widespread, but it's also of better quality. The range of subjects taught today is far broader. Harvard University, for example, offers over 3,700 courses. We've also moved beyond the traditional understanding of intelligence. Today we recognize different types of intelligences, such as musical, bodily kinesthetic, spatial, and interpersonal. This shift allows us to cater to diverse learning styles and potentials. Finally, our teaching and learning strategies have evolved. Gone are the days where rote learning was the norm. Now we emphasize inquiry-based learning, collaborative learning, and constructivist approaches which are proven to be more effective. Instead of specializing in a particular area, students might be spreading themselves too thin, learning a little about a lot, but mastering nothing. We have measurable evidence that we're getting smarter, not dumber. The Flynn effect, named after psychologist James Flynn, refers to the steady increase in IQ scores over time, roughly 3 IQ points per decade since the 1950s. Here, James Flynn describes what we've seen.
We don't just get a few more questions right on IQ tests. We get far more questions right on IQ tests than each succeeding generation back to the time that they were invented. Indeed, if you score the people a century ago against modern norms, they would have an average IQ of 70. If you score us against their norms, we would have an average IQ of 130.
A 2023 journal article suggests that the Flynn effect may actually be reversing. Instead of continually improving our IQ scores, we might be experiencing a decline, indicating that we could be getting dumber. Why humans are getting dumber. With the rise of social media, phone addiction, and constant overstimulation, it seems our ability to focus is taking a hit. Gloria Mark, the author of Attention Span, provides some startling evidence. In 2004, the average attention span on screen was 2.5 minutes. Fast forward a few years, and it dropped to 75 seconds. Now, we're down to an average of just 47 seconds. This dwindling focus is hampering our capacity for deep learning. According to Edison Research, podcast listening is on the rise, and this typically involves long-form content. A Pew Research study also shows the popularity of gaming videos, which have a median length of 13 minutes. We're not losing our attention, we're just becoming more selective, choosing to move on quickly if something doesn't grab our interest. Research suggests that reliance on technology might lead us to complacency. We're increasingly offloading tasks to machines and gradually losing our skills in the process. As we hand over tasks to technology, we might be inadvertently dulling our own abilities. This is making us dumber. Our skills aren't deteriorating, they're adapting. Certain manual skills, for instance, are becoming less relevant. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report shines a light on this evolution. Analytical thinking, creativity, and technological proficiency are becoming increasingly important. Rather than becoming dumber, we're shifting our intelligence to areas that matter most in our contemporary society. The average American spends approximately 5 hours a day on their device. It's important to recognize that face-to-face social interaction plays a significant role in cognitive health. Some suggest that our heavy reliance on digital communication might be robbing us of the cognitive benefits we get from in-person interactions. ASAP Science referenced a study in one of their videos that drew a similar conclusion.
A study of 660 people examined the analytical cognitive styles of its participants. On average, participants with stronger cognitive skills spent less time using their smartphones. The study went as far to say there may be a potential link between heavy smartphone use and decreased intelligence.
Social media and phones are connecting people more than ever. A 2023 Pew Research poll shows that teens report more positive than negative experiences in their social media use. A significant 80% feel more connected to their friends' lives thanks to these platforms. Misinformation and tribalism have made us unable to distinguish fact from fiction. A research study from 2018 found that false information online spreads further, faster, and deeper than the truth. Misinformation and emotional reactivity are leading to irrational conflicts. Our refusal to use logic and our tendency to be led by our emotions is lowering our collective intelligence. This didn't occur in the past, as we all shared a similar view of reality. The internet, despite its faults, is still a vault of useful information. It has opinions, discussions, ideas, and concepts that have increased our cumulative knowledge. Despite some falling into the misinformation trap, majority of people are far more educated and knowledgeable because of individualized news feeds. So are we getting smarter or dumber? Now you know the facts. Decide for yourself.